Hello everyone, welcome back to Potty Plan Entertainment. My name is Chris, and in case you don't know, I review movies and I rank them on a scale of 0 to 100 in increments of 5. Today, we are going to be talking about A Beautiful Mind. A Beautiful Mind was released in 2001, and it stars Russell Crowe, Ed Harris, Jennifer Connelly, Christopher Plummer, Paul Bettany, and Josh Lucas. It was directed by Ron Howard, and it was produced by Todd Hollowell, Karen Keela Sherwood. And this movie tells the story of a wait a minute. Before I begin, I just want to say that I am going to be spoiling this movie. Okay. And if you haven't seen this movie, I'm telling you right now, it is best to go into it not knowing anything at all about it. So if you haven't seen this movie, please don't watch this video. Because when I watched this movie, I knew absolutely nothing about it going into it, and it blew me away. I'm telling you, I'm going to be going over complete spoilers in this video. I'm going to be going into as much detail as I can, not very much detail, but I'm definitely going to be talking about major spoilers of this film, and so I urge you, if you have not seen this movie, don't watch this video. I promise you, you'll enjoy this movie so much more if you go into it knowing absolutely nothing. If you go into this completely blind, you will love it that much more. So again, I'm asking you, if you haven't seen the movie, don't watch this video. Okay, let's begin. So if you're still here, that means that you've seen the movie. Yay. So you know that is about a man who is very good at math and things like that. You know, he's like very, very smart and gifted, right? Okay, and then he gets asked by the government to help them figure out where this bomb is placed before it blows up the United States. And this movie is based on a true story. Now, here we go with the spoilers. Because, again, if you're still here, I hope this means that you've seen the movie, because I'm about to drop a bomb on you, and if you haven't seen this movie, no pun intended, if you haven't seen this movie, you're going to really regret hearing this from me. 1, 2, 3. It's all in his head, and he has schizophrenia. Okay? As you know, it's all in his head, and he has schizophrenia, right? Okay. So let's get into my pros with this movie. Russell Crowe's performance in this movie is fantastic. He is really, really good in this movie. I mean, he is really, really, really good in this movie. He got nominated for an Oscar for it. He didn't win it. This, in my opinion, is his best performance, or at least from what I've seen. I know he won the Oscar for Gladiator. I actually thought he was better in this movie than in Gladiator. The twist, of course, that he has schizophrenia and that he actually is not like working for the government. You know, like he puts all these pieces together from magazines and things. Like the agent told him in his head, and he puts them in this secret mailbox, only to find out from his wife that nobody was opening them because it was all in his head. So the twist is one of my all-time favorite movie twists, because I did not see it coming when I watched this movie. The writing in this movie is phenomenal. I think it won the Oscar for best writing, if I'm not mistaken. All the performances all around this movie are really good. So is Jennifer Connelly is really good in this movie too. I think did she win an Oscar for this? I think she did. I could be wrong, but I think she won the Oscar for this movie. The music in this movie is pretty good too. It's subtle, but it fits the tone well. It's very well edited, and it's emotionally impactful. I felt for this guy all the way through this movie, and even though I've never cried while watching a movie or a TV show before, it touched my heart. Even my cold, dead, black heart, it touched my heart. It's vastly entertaining. There isn't a dull moment in this movie. You will never get bored watching this movie. It is so good and so gripping throughout the entire film. You really, really care for these characters in this movie, because what Russell Crowe is trying to come with the terms of the fact that he has schizophrenia, and his wife has to deal with this, and she feels obligated to deal with it. And she even admits in the movie, as you know, because I'm assuming if you're still here, you've seen the movie, that she has thought about leaving him a few times because it's really stressing her out. And you really feel for these characters. It's very insightful into the minds of people with schizophrenia. I don't know how accurate it is, But I definitely learned something about schizophrenia by watching this movie. This movie sends a wonderful, wonderful message about love. This movie really shows that you can pretty much overcome anything with love and money, but no. No, but with love. This movie sends a good message about love, because even though his wife could have left him so many times, she could have gave up on him so many times, and she didn't. And then he gives this great speech at the end of the movie where he wins the Nobel Prize, in which he just makes a speech about his wife and how lucky he is to have his wife, and how he wouldn't have made it without his wife. And it really shows that love conquers all, you know. And a marriage is really a really beautiful thing. It's motivational. You can watch this movie, and because you see, like, he could have been super successful, but then schizophrenia is holding him back. But then at the end of the movie, he wins the Nobel Prize. Even a guy who was being held back as hard as he was, he had to go in and out of mental hospitals. He almost drowned his baby because of his schizophrenia. He's like, oh, no, my friend's watching him, even though his friend doesn't exist. Despite all this, he overcomes it and he wins the Nobel Prize. If that's not motivational, I don't know what is. The cinematography is beautiful in this movie. I was very hooked on this movie from beginning to end. Even like when not much was happening at the beginning of the movie, I loved it for some reason. Like, there was something about this movie that just had me hooked from the very first scene. It's not slow at all. And Russell Crowe and Jennifer Connelly have a very beautiful relationship in this movie. It is a very, very good love story. And like I said, it's based on a true story. Now, unfortunately, the two of them have passed away since this movie's release. They both died in 2015 in a car accident. This movie, I think it's, no pun intended, but I think this is a beautiful movie. This is one of the best movies I have ever seen. I love this movie. And of course, A Beautiful Mind gets a 100. If you haven't seen A Beautiful Mind, I don't know why you watched this video, because I just ruined everything for you. Yes, really, really an incredible film. I think this is a very big achievement in filmmaking, and I love this movie. Paul Bettany was really good in this movie too. I always liked Paul Bettany. I thought he was really good in everything I've seen him in. I think the first thing I ever saw him in might have been Firewall, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I've always liked Paul Bettany. He was really good in this movie too. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to Potty Player Entertainment for more, and hit the like button. Leave movie review suggestions down in the comments down below. Follow me on Instagram at Potty Player Entertainment for channel updates, and much love.